Hi everyone, welcome to Bake and Bliss Cafe. So Bake and Bliss is a small cafe, locally owned cafe that specializes in freshly baked homemade burnt cheesecake and cookies. The business was founded by Noor's and officially began operation on 1 April 2024. It is located at number 132, Jalan S232, Garden Avenue, Serangoon 2, Negeri Sembilan. The cafe focuses on customer-centered service, affordable pricing, and a comfortable environment suitable for students, working adults, and families. Bake and Bliss operates 6 days a week from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and closed on Monday for maintenance and rest. Currently, the business operates one outlet with a small team of staff handling food preparation, customer service, and inventory control. On average, the cafe serves 16 to 18 customers daily, with future plans to expand delivery services and open additional branches. With the tagline "A Little Slice of Heaven," Bake and Bliss emphasizes quality ingredients, strong branding, and digital marketing through Instagram and TikTok, while maintaining ethical business practice and environmental responsibility.
I will explain our flowchart of work plan. First, in week 12, we had a team meeting and selected our business idea. During this meeting, we shared our idea and chose the best business for our project. Next, we created a self-simulation business plan. We planned how the business will run, such as product, target customer, and daily operation. Then, in week 13, we analyzed the business overview. This helped us understand the business background, goals, and how the business can succeed. After that, we prepared a draft of assignment report and discussed it with our lecturer. The lecturer gave feedback so we could improve our work. Finally, in week 14, we submitted the written report and recorded the video presentation. This flowchart shows the steps we follow to complete our project in an organized way.
Next, I'm going to explain to you guys about one of our main products, which is burnt cheesecake. In a day, we are able to produce 31 units of burnt cheesecake, while in a week, we are able to produce 186 units of burnt cheesecake. In order to make 1 unit of burnt cheesecake, we need 7 products, and the product is 250 grams of baked cream cheese priced at 11 ringgit, 250 grams Mohd whipping cream priced at 9 ringgit, 3 grade B eggs priced at 1 ringgit 30 cents, 60 grams of flour which is priced at 10 cents, 65 grams of granulated sugar which is priced at 20 cents, 15 milliliter vanilla essence which is priced at 60 cents, and 2.5 grams salt which is priced at 1 cent. So, each of these material will be times by 186, which is equaling to the units of cheesecake we are able to produce in a week. So, the price will come up to 2,046 ringgit for baked cream cheese, 1,674 ringgit for Mohd whipping cream, 241 and 80 cents for grade B eggs, 80 ringgit and 60 cents for the flour, 31 ringgit and 20 cents for the granulated sugar, 111 and 60 cents for the vanilla essence, also 1 ringgit 86 cents for the salt. So, the price for each indirect material used in order to produce 1 unit of burnt cheesecake equaling to 20 cents of baking paper, 1 ringgit of cake board, 60 cents of plastic knife, 95 cents of cake box, and also 5 cents of sticker. So, each price of indirect material will be times with 186 ringgit, which is equaling to the total product of burnt cheesecake we are able to produce in a week. So, the price will go up to 37 ringgit and 20 cents for baking paper, 186 ringgit for cake board, 176 ringgit and 60 cents for cake box, 111 ringgit and 60 cents for plastic knife, also 9 ringgit and 30 cents for sticker. Next, I'm going to explain to you guys about direct labor. The business hired an expert worker that will work for 10 hours a day and 6 days per week. The baker receives the payment of RM7 ringgit per hour, and for a timeline in a week, they receive a 420 ringgit payment. For the indirect labor, the business hire a supervisor, and the supervisor receives a payment of 250 ringgit per week. This is because the supervisor have the certificate in culinary and they also handle the cash register and supervise the bakers. As for the direct expense, the business use oven, mixer, freezer, electricity and also water supply for the production and also non-production during the business hours. So, the total of the utilities are 174 ringgit 30 cents. This includes 80% of production and also 20% of non-production utilities. As for the indirect expense, the location of the business is located in the strategic area. So, the rent price for the business in the week worth RM150 ringgit. The business also spent RM12 ringgit for cleaning supplies such as sponge and detergent.
For the second product is the small flavored soft cookies. To produce one batch of small flavored soft cookies, we use 10 main ingredients. Each batch produce 10 cookies. In one day, we are able to produce 10 batch, which is equal 100 of cookies. Therefore, in 1 week, the business produce 60 batch, which is 600 cookies. For one batch, The direct material used are 130 grams of buttercup, butter costing RM3.39. 165 grams of brown sugar costing 96 cents. 50 grams of granulate sugar costing 50 cents. 125 grams of flour costing 44 cents. 15 grams of red velvet Emalco costing RM2.94. 1 kg beat eggs costing for 43 cents. 10 grams of cocoa powder costing 68 cents. 2.5 gram of baking soda costing 8 cents. 170 grams Berry's white chocolate chip costing RM3.38. And lastly, 10 pieces of marshmallow costing 40 cents. For weekly production, which is 60 batches, the total direct material costs buttercup butter costing RM203.40. Brown sugar RM57.60. Granulated sugar costing RM9. Flour costing RM26.40. Red velvet Emalco costing RM176.40. For grade B eggs costing RM25.80. Cocoa powder RM40.80. Baking soda RM4.80. Berry's white chocolate chip costing RM202.80. And lastly, marshmallow costing RM34. I'll explain the direct material. Indirect material are material that necessary for the product production and packaging process but are not directly part of the final product. The indirect material used are baking paper costing RM90, and the second is packaging plastic costing RM66, and lastly sticker costing for RM30. So now I will explain about the direct labor. The business hire an expert baker to produce the product. The baker is paid RM7 per hour and work for 10 hours per day. For weekly production, the total direct labor cost for the baker is RM420. Next is the indirect labor. The business also hire a supervisor who has degree in culinary studies. The supervisor is responsible for handling the cash register and supervising the bakers. The supervisor is paid RM250 per week, which is classified as indirect labor cost. Now I move on the direct expenses. For alternatives, the business use the oven for 13 hours per week and the mixer for 12 hours per week for the production purpose. For non-production activities, electricity and water are also used. Based on this usage, 80% of the alternatives cost is allocated to production, while 20% is allocated to non-production. Therefore, the total direct expenses for alternatives amount RM60.40. And next are the indirect expenses. The business operate in a strategic location and pay RM150 per week for rent. In addition, the business spend RM12 on cleaning supplies such as sponge and detergents. Both rent and cleaning supplies are classified as indirect expenses.
So now I'm gonna explain about our postcard of our first product, which is Binti cheesecake. Earlier, my friend has explained about the calculation of this product. So here we know that the total of direct material used is RM4,131.16. The total direct labor is RM420, and the total of direct expenses is RM139.44. So these three amounts need to be added to get the prime cost, which is RM4,609.50. The amount of prime cost needs to be added to the amount of production overhead and non-production overhead. So in the production overhead, it have indirect materials, which is RM520.80, indirect labor, which is RM250, and indirect expenses, which is RM162. So the total of the production cost is equal to RM952.80. Other than that, we also have non-production overhead, which is indirect expenses, that equals to RM34.68. So in order to get the total cost, we need to add the prime cost, production overhead and non-production overhead cost, then divided it by 186 unit, which is the total unit produced in a week. So the total cost of 1 unit of Binti cheesecake is RM50.42, and the selling price that has set is RM60. So here we can conclude that our business gained the profit margin of 1 unit of Binti cheesecake by RM 59 ringgit and 58 cents. Now let's move to our second product, which is more survivable soft cookie. So the total of direct material used is RM 771 ringgit. The total of direct labor is RM 420 ringgit, and the total of direct expenses is RM 53 ringgit and 13. So these three amounts need to be added to get the prime cost, which is RM 1,244 ringgit and 12 cents. The amount of prime cost needs to be added to the amount of production overhead and non-production overhead. So in the production overhead, it have indirect materials, which is RM 186 ringgit, indirect labor, which is RM 250 ringgit, and indirect expenses, which is RM 162 ringgit. So the total of the production cost is equal to RM 598 ringgit. Other than that, we also have non-production overhead, which is indirect expenses, that equals to RM 30 ringgit and 28 cents. So in order to get the total cost, we need to add the prime cost, production overhead cost, and non-production overhead cost, then divided it by 600 pieces, which is the total unit produced in a week. The total cost of 1 pieces of small survivable soft cookies is RM 3 ringgit and 9 cents, and the selling price that has set is RM 6 ringgit. So here we can conclude that our business is gained the profit margin of 1 pieces of small survivable soft cookies by RM 2 ringgit and 91 cents.
From my own reflection, I learned how important it is for all members, which is owner and employees, to work together to make our product a success and to meet customer satisfaction. This reflection made me realize that small operation details such as packaging can have a big impact on business reputation and customer loyalty. By investing more in high quality packaging, the business can confidently expand to other states and compete in a wider market while ensuring customer satisfaction and long-term growth. As for my recommendation, I suggest this business to have a partner with resellers or agents in other states, which is the business can use the increased budget to appoint resellers or agents in different states. This reduces delivery risk, shortens delivery time, and help the business enter new market with lower operational challenge. By doing this, the customer that want to try our product in a different state in our country can easily purchase it, because this reduces the need for frequent long-distance deliveries and lowers transportation costs.
As for my reflection, during the making of this project, I learned that starting our own business are not an easy task. Plus, as someone who got only the basic knowledge about a business, it is a wise decision to seek advice from others. Working in a team taught me a lot about teamwork, and you should never get shy if you want to ask help from others. Working in the team meaning helping each other engage each other through the process in order to successfully complete a project. As for my recommendation, I suggest the owner to invest more in adding others' product into the shop menu. This is because the variety can attract more customers to purchase our product. Plus, more product meaning more income, and when more income can be generated, it can also grow the business more in the future.
For the reflection, through this assignment, I learned how a business operates, especially in managing costs, organizing work, and working as a team. I also learned the importance of responsibility, cooperation, and making smart decisions to achieve our goals. Overall, this assignment helped us improve our knowledge and develop useful skills for the future. For the recommendation, I suggest that the business should use digital marketing such as social media to promote product, attract more customers, and encourage repeat purchases. The business can also offer promotion and improve customer service to increase customer satisfaction. Besides that, collecting customer feedback can help the business improve product quality and performance in long term.
The reflection that I can make throughout the learning process is I have gained some knowledge on how to calculate a job cost card in order to see whether our business has gained profit or not. In addition, I also learned that every calculation of the cost of material used must be calculated carefully so that there is no negligence in the calculation of a product to be produced. The cost in the market price must also be set at a higher price level than the cost of production in order to cover additional business expenses and obtain a good profit. Finally, close cooperation from each group member to complete this task is very important so that this task can complete within the specific time. And for my recommendation to improve the cost management of this business is the business can control raw material costs by planning their purchase more efficiently. For example, they can buy materials in bulk to get discounts and reduce the cost of frequent purchase that will add to its transportation costs. In addition, monitoring inventory levels can help prevent overstocking or waste, which will further reduce production costs and improve overall cost management.
For reflection, through the assignment, I learned how financial decisions affect a business overall performance. I realized that understanding expenses, revenue, and profit is not enough. Analyzing them carefully helps the business make a better choices. This project also taught me how to organize and present information clearly. I also learned the importance of taking responsibility for my own tasks and managing time effectively. Ensuring my contribution were accurate and complete on time improved my attention to detail. Overall, the assignment strengthened my accounting knowledge and show how individual effort contribute to the success of a team, which will be useful for my future studies and my career. For my recommendation, I suggest the business to improve its cost control by closely monitoring operating expenses such as utilities, raw materials, and administrative costs. By preparing a monthly expenses budget, the owner can identify unnecessary spending and take corrective action. This will help increase net profit and ensure better financial stability for the business.
In conclusion, the process of evaluating the production cost of Big and Bliss product has provided meaningful insight and valuable learning experience for our group. We gain a better understanding of cost accounting principles and how they are applied in real business situations. We also learned that accurate cost calculation is important to set the correct selling price and control expenses. This helps improve efficiency and profitability. Additionally, the project helped us improve our problem-solving skills, teamwork, and decision-making. We also realized the importance of understanding market trends and supporting sustainable business growth.